Hi, hello and welcome to another edition of Sports Update Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafio and you know how we do it. It's another time to talk about sports here on the channel. And well, we're going to talk about the performance of Ghanaian players, that is Mohamed Kudus and Kudus Partey, as they were in action in preseason matches that were played by West Ham United and Arsenal respectively. So there's more coming up right here on their performances on the channel. Also coming up, well, I'll be telling you about a 16-year-old Ghanaian prodigy who is making waves in Spain. Yes, he plays for Atletico Madrid, and well, from what we've heard, Real Madrid are looking on to snatch the player from Atletico Madrid, their neighbors. Well, I'll tell you more about the 16-year-old player who is of Ghanaian descent and plays in Spain. Well, we also have updates on Nico Williams, who has been talking about Asamoah Gyan right here on the channel. So before we get into it, please subscribe to the channel, like, share, and don't forget to leave a comment. So let's get right into it. And the preseason matches continues, and West Ham were in action in a friendly match that was played on Saturday. Well, the match was between a lower tier side in England versus the Hammers, and it was West Ham that won the game by 1-0, and Mohamed Kudus was in action in that game. Well, this was the match. Well, the match was between Dagenham and Redbridge FC versus West Ham United, and it was played at the Kidwell Construction Stadium on Saturday, July 20th, 2024. Mohamed Kudus was on the bench this time. He didn't start the match, and well, that was how Mohamed Kudus came on to play in the game. Well, West Ham scored the only goal in the game in the second half when Andy Irvine scored from outside the box in the 50th minute to give West Ham the lead. That was the only goal that was scored in the match. Well, Mohamed Kudus came on shortly after the goal was scored, and he came on to replace his teammate, that is James Ward-Prowse, in the 63rd minute. Mohamed Kudus played the rest of the minute as he came on to play in the 63rd minute for West Ham United. So West Ham won the game by 1-0, and Mohamed Kudus came on as a substitute to play in that particular match. Well, let's go on and do some more, because Ghana's captain, that is Kudus Partey, was also in action for Arsenal as they defeated their League One opponent, that is Leyton Orient, by 2-0 in the preseason friendly that was played on Saturday. Kudus Partey started the match for Arsenal in the game and played 46 minutes of action before he was substituted. Well, Arsenal won the game by 2-0, and it was Gabriel Jesus who scored the first goal for Arsenal, and Emil Smith-Rowe scored the second goal for Arsenal to get their 2-0 win over Leyton Orient in the match. Well, the match was played behind closed doors, and fans were not allowed to watch this particular game. Now, Arsenal's next match will be a week later, that is next week Sunday, and they'll be coming up against Manchester United in USA as part of their preseason matches. So yes, these are the matches that Arsenal will be playing, and it was good to see Kudus Partey in action for Arsenal in the match. Now, away from the performance of these two Ghanaian players, now let's go on and do some more and talk about Mohamed Kudus, because there is some big news about Mohamed Kudus that you have to be aware of. Well, the news is that Mohamed Kudus has parted ways with his agent, that is Jennifer Mendes, who happens to be a female sports agent. She was managing Mohamed Kudus whilst he was at FC Nordjylland, and she was the one who gave Mohamed Kudus the deal to join Ajax, and also was the same manager that sold Mohamed Kudus to West Ham United from Ajax. Well, the news we've gathered from Fabrizio Romano is that Mohamed Kudus has parted ways with Jennifer Mendes and is going to be managed by his family relatives. Now, this was what Fabrizio Romano had to say about Mohamed Kudus' latest update. He said, Ghana's Mohamed Kudus will now be represented by relatives and a legal team after decision to part ways with his former agent, that is Jennifer Mendes. And I've written a story about Jennifer Mendes before, and you have to go and check it out. But what do I think about this deal? Well, I've been hearing it for some time now, because one of Mohamed Kudus' relatives is good when it comes to football. I learned he was even one of the talented players, but unfortunately due to injury he couldn't relish his career. But he had decided to go into football management, and he will be managing Mohamed Kudus. Now let's go on and do some more, because Nico Williams has been talking about Asamoah and the role he played in his career. According to Nico Williams, he's a big fan of the Ghanaian. According to Nico Williams, he's a big fan of the former Black Star striker. Well, in an interview that he had with 3 Sports some few years ago, well, Nico Williams said that
he's inspired by any Ghanaian footballer.
Yeah, when I young, when I am little, for six years, I like Asamoah.
Okay.
He's our best striker. He scored a lot of goals, and yeah, I love Asamoah.
And that is what Nico Williams had to say about Asamoah. And Nico Williams has in fact gone on to win the Euros with Spain after deciding that he was not going to play for Ghana. And well, it's going on very well with him, but I like the fact that he holds on to his Ghanaian lineage and doesn't forget about Ghana at all. Now, Asamoah is Ghana's all-time top scorer, if you don't know about that. Well, let's wrap it all up with the biggest news that I brought to you in the now let's wrap it all up with the big news that I told you up in my intro, because Ghana has a new 16-year-old prodigy or whiskey that we have to be very careful of and snap him from Spain. Yes, because as it stands now, Spain are looking forward to snatch this Ghana player from our hands, because they did the same to Nico Williams, and now they want to do the same with the 16-year-old. So who is this 16-year-old player that I'm talking much about? Well, his name is Taofiq Seydou, and he is a 16-year-old prodigy who plays for Atletico Madrid. Yes, he is just 16 years old, and at the age of 16 years old, he could be playing for Atletico Madrid in the Spanish La Liga next season, because coach Diego Simeone is impressed with the young chap. Now, what do we know about him? Let me read this article for you. So it says that Taofiq Seydou, a 16-year-old Ghanaian midfielder, is making waves at Atletico Madrid pre-season training, impressing first-team players and coaching staff alike. Seydou has showcased remarkable finishing and ball protection, power, strength, and intelligence, all while training seamlessly with seasoned veterans. Seydou's performance has not gone unnoticed, with major clubs like Real Madrid making an eye on his progress. So Real Madrid are looking forward to sign him from Atletico Madrid. Now, despite the attention, Seydou remains committed to his development at Atletico Madrid, where his roadmap is clear: continue growing and honing his skills. In addition to his football prowess, Seydou excels academically, boasting of excellent grades in secondary school and fluency in both Spain, English, and French. His dedication on and off the field has earned him admiration from teammates and staff, and his name is quickly gaining prominence at Atletico Madrid. As Seydou continues to impress, his future at the club looks exceedingly bright. Now, you would ask, how did Seydou get to Spain? Well, Seydou was born in Accra, but he was moved with his parents to abroad and end up in Spain. Now, at the young age of 16, Seydou has a Spanish citizenship. So you'll be asking, how did the Ghanaian player get to Spain? Well, Seydou was born in Accra, Ghana, but he moved with his family to Spain, and since the arrival in Spain, the young chap has gotten a Spanish citizenship. Now, he joined Atletico Madrid at the age of 9 years and has been playing for Atletico Madrid since. So you can imagine, 9, he has been playing for Atletico Madrid for 7 good years for their youth team. Now, last season he played under coach Fernando Torres. Fernando Torres is now one of the youth coaches for Atletico Madrid, and he played for Fernando Torres at the age of 15 years and played for the Atletico Madrid under 19 team and impressed for them in the UEFA Youth League tournament. And now he is looking forward to start for Atletico Madrid in the 2024-2025 season, because Diego Simeone is impressed with his performance, and from what we've gathered, he's a good chap. And the GFA must make sure they put their eyes on him and invite him to the Black Stars at a young age, because if you can see the likes of what Lamine Yamal was able to do with the Spanish team at 16 years and go on to win the Euros, then I think that this young chap can also grow to become a good player for the Black Stars. And if we enroll him into the Black Stars at 16 years, is it bad at all? Because Abedi Pele started playing for the Black Stars at 17 years. So let's see how that one goes. Maybe he gets a Black Stars collar. But this is where we draw down the curtains for this edition of Sports Updates Ghana. My name is Joseph Adamafio. I'll catch you in the next one. I'm out.